Hello. It's now a year and a half into the pandemic, and with the virtual meetings and online classes being the norm, I would just like to share the gadgets that I've tried and the ones that I've decided to settle with, in the hope that we all get to have a more enjoyable virtual experience and we will have less worries of logistics or gadgets. But just a heads up, I'm not into branded or expensive gadgets because I am proudly kuripot and practical. So if you're into branded or expensive equipment, that's great. However, this may not be a video for you. This video is made for those who are kuripot and practical people like me who want to have quality gadgets without breaking the bank. So, here we go. So I'll be talking about the main gadgets that I use: the microphones, webcams, tripods, lighting, and then the external Wi-Fi extender. So let's talk about the main gadgets. So if I am just going to a virtual event as a viewer, like a webinar or a meeting where I don't need to do something, I just use my phone. So that's very easy. However, if I am an activity host or I am a speaker or I need to have an interaction during the meeting or class, then I use my reliable laptop, of course. So we're gonna move to audio or to the microphone. So this part I actually bought a lot. Cheap, but still, I experimented with them, and just like this one. So this is a desktop microphone, so it's kind of adjustable. So I've tried that. Okay, and then of course we also have the lapel wherein you pin it to yourself and it serves as a mic. And then we move to a headset with a mic, so it's adjustable like that. I don't like it messing with my hair. So this other one, so it is just a microphone, it doesn't have an earpiece, so this basically serves as mic. Yeah, but I prefer something with an earpiece, So I also tried this gaming earpiece with a mic. So yeah, this goes like this, so it doesn't mess with your hair. So it's like this. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but no. Last but not the least, my favorite, it's just the plain earbuds. So these are earbuds from Daiso. So I bought like 3-4 things. So it basically is unobtrusive. So it just there. It's in black color. So it's just like a shining, shimmering thing down your neck. So it serves like a necklace. So I like it. I've tested the audio of this. I've compared the quality, and I'd say this one works just fine. And I love it. So if you're thinking of having something small, minimal, cheap, so you might want to check out Daiso. So no, Daiso is not my sponsor. So yeah, that's for the audio. So now let's talk about webcams. Now, during the early days of the pandemic, it was kind of hard to find a good webcam in an instant. So I wanted to use my phone, which had a better resolution or quality of its camera, as the camera to serve as the webcam. So what you can do is to download Droid app and then use that, connect that to your laptop. But then there became an issue eventually because it became such a hassle to set two gadgets. So you have a laptop and your computer, and so you would also need a strong internet connection because you need both of them on Bluetooth to be functioning well, being connected to each other. So I tried to buy online this time an HD cam, which, because it's not really branded, it didn't function as promised, and I was not satisfied with its performance. So I ended up buying in a mall eventually. I think 7-8 months into the quarantine thing, I ended up buying A4 Tech 1080p. So it looks like this. So it's kind of handy, and it's very small. It's very easy to set up because it's not on Bluetooth. So just put it on your laptop, adjust it, and so you have it. So I think when it comes to the video, you just have to buy a good webcam, a little more expensive than usual if you really want to have good quality. But still, if, like, for example, I'm recording this, I really use my cell phone, which has a higher res or resolution, higher pixels, so I like the quality better, so I use my cell phone or my webcam, whatever is the purpose or the use. So you have choices. Now let's talk about your stands or your tripods. So it really depends on how you want to use them, especially on the height adjustment. So I have, as mentioned, I have a lot. So the one I'm using is a regular tripod. So I use it especially when I'm standing up. So yeah, but I also have a variety. So if I'm just like watching a webinar or just sitting or lying down, so I use my small desktop stand. So it's like this. And then for whatever purpose, I also have a tripod. Kidding! So it's an octopus thingy. It can be attached anywhere, you know. Yeah. And again, on my table, so I also use a handy desk stand, so I can just adjust it when I have Facebook Messenger chats, video chats like that, personal, so it's not really so formal. So as long as you get to have a good view of your face, or you can just adjust this. And in case like I'm out and I need to record, so I bought this stand which has a heavier base, so it's very dependable, so it will be on top of a table. So I like it because it's adjustable. Yeah, it can also turn like that. Yes. And I also have this rotating thing, stretchable, whatever. And I use it because when I have a small table, so I can just clip it on. So it's a clip-on, whatever tripod stand it is, for whatever purpose you're gonna use it. So last but not the least is my gimbal. Ta-ding! Yeah, I actually use it when I'm mobile, so it's not really for meetings, but I included it in the list because of its function, that I can also use it as a tripod. So it's quite convenient depending on the use, or if I'm in a hurry and it's okay if I'm not going to use a regular tripod. So the bottom line is, you have to have a good eye level with your camera when you're recording or when you're participating, so you get to have an eye-to-eye contact. So try out whatever tripods or stands you like. There's a lot of there in the market, and some are very cheap, so try them out so that you'll enjoy your experience. Now let's talk about lighting, or the ring lights. Now during the start of the pandemic, because I didn't have those resources or those gadgets available, I really used the lamp light, And so I discovered it was very glaring, and after like an hour or so you would really be melting because the heat was on your face all the time. So I tried to buy this small ring light which you could attach to your phone, or you can attach it to your laptop, so that worked just fine. But sometimes, if I'm like standing or things like that, so I use this kind of ring light, and I use whatever tripod, if you remember the tripod, so I just use it attach it to the tripod, which would serve the height that I wanted. So that's basically it. And well, lucky for me, I'm okay with my room light, so that's it. But they say that the best light is natural light, but most times our meetings are at night, so you really don't have natural light. So you just have to experiment on whatever is available there with you. So either a big ring light or a small light, as long as it helps adjust the brightness or darkness of the room. Now we go to the last, the Wi-Fi extender. So as you know, even if you have fiber optic internet connection, there will really be problems with the strength of the internet. So it's very convenient if you buy this external, what do you call this, extender. Yeah, so this is Xiaomi, and I find it very useful because now I have better reception in my room, so I am able to choose which location would be best for my lighting, or however, like for example, if I like this black background, I can have it because I'm not worrying anymore about signal. So this really works. You might want to try it out. I think there are different variations in the market, but this works just fine for me. So there. I think I've covered all the things I said I would cover, but I'd like to leave you with one more tip, which is about virtual backgrounds, which would require a green screen. So I discovered this fabric in my house. This was used as props before, so it's kind of lightweight. It's like silky, but I think it's what they call gin earth. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So what I sewed the edges, and I slid a yarn into it, and yeah, so I could just attach it and detach it wherever, whenever. And then this yarn is very easy to hook or unhook to any nail or any protrusion that could be used as the attachment or attaching mechanism to it. So there you have it. I hope that this video will be of help to you in one way or another. Maybe you could also share your other experiences or tips, so we all get to have enjoyable and wonderful virtual experiences. So all the best, and namaste.